the current world #1 up against Caroline Wozniacki. As you said, they played last week and it was a good match. Wozniacki is certainly playing some of her best tennis, and it's going to be interesting and intriguing to see how both players start this match, whether the tactics will be slightly different. In the match that they played last week, it was certainly Wozniacki who put herself in a good position. Perhaps belief faltered at the end.
Well, confirmation there of our 4 semi-finalists. 3 of them doing the job comfortably yesterday in quarter-final play. The one exception being Maria Sharapova had to battle 3 sets, coming back from a set down against world #2 Simona Halep. Of course, she is a former champion here, the only former champion still alive. She went all the way here in 2011, defeating Jelena Jankovic, and she was a runner-up here in 2010, losing out to Kim Clijsters. Well, there's a good-sized crowd here on the centre court for semi-final #1. Conditions, well, almost perfect, really, on the centre court. A bit of cloud cover overhead. And no real breeze to speak of. It's coming from the southwest, about 23 degrees Celsius. There you see it, the world at #1, Serena Williams. 201 non-consecutive weeks now at the top. Of course, first hit the top of the WTA rankings all the way back in July of 2002, the 5th longest period at the top in the history of the game. 56.4 million American dollars in prize money, and what a record it has been for the 32-year-old. So far this year, 36 win, 6 loss record. Of course, 4 titles already under her belt. Victorious in Brisbane, Miami, Rome and Stanford a couple of weeks ago. And of course, looking to get things, well, in order as of course we move into our final Grand Slam of the year, the US Open. It's been a disappointing year with regards to Grand Slam play for Serena Williams. And as we look at her tournament history, 14 win, 4 loss record, 6th appearance here, and well, she's never won the title, which is a bit of a surprise. Her best result being a runner-up 12 months ago, losing out in the final to Victoria Azarenka.
It is a surprise, isn't it? And certainly going to be a goal, obviously, for Serena. As much preparation ahead of the final Grand Slam.
There you see the run-through to the semi-final by in the first round. Started on Wednesday against Sam Stosur, 7-6, 7-6, a tough match, and a match lasting 1 hour and 55 minutes. After that, it's been smooth sailing, really, knocking out the number 13 seed Flavia Pennetta in the 3rd round on Thursday. And in the quarterfinals yesterday against Jelena Jankovic, a player who she has struggled against before in the past, but got the job done in exactly 1 hour, 6-1, 6-3. So just 4 hours on the court for the world #1. Across the nets is the 24-year-old, currently ranked at number 12 in the world, but of course a former world #1, hitting the top spot for the first time in October of 2010. Spent some 67 weeks at the top. 16.73 million American dollars in prize money for the Dana right-hander, who turned professional in 2005. It's been a bit of a tricky year for her, both on and off the court, of course, but a 33 win, 12 loss record. She picked up a title a couple of weeks ago in Istanbul in Turkey, defeating Roberta Vinci in the final. Her best result to date, semi-finalists in Dubai, Monterrey and Eastbourne. And her record here, 11 win, 6 loss record. Best result prior to 2014 was 2 visits to the quarter-final stage, 2009 and last year.
She certainly is on form, isn't she? Just lost the 1 match since Wimbledon, and that was, of course, to Serena Williams last week. She's just looking far more confident on the court. She seems to be clear about her game style, what she's looking to do. The serve and the return have been very, very good. 2 areas that she's really worked hard on.
Well, so there you see her run through to the semi-final. In the last 2 matches, 2 players ranked inside the top 10. Defeating the number 6 seed, Angelique Kerber, in the 3rd round, 7-5, 6-2. And yesterday, a great victory over Agnieszka Radwanska, doing it in straight sets as well.
Radwanska, obviously, on the back of winning Montreal, she's playing some very good tennis as well towards the end of the year. That was her first title of the year. So, on paper, a comfortable win for Wozniacki, and of course, they're both Wozniacki and Radwanska know each other's games very well.
Well, there you see the head-to-head between these two. 9th head-to-head or ninth match. And it is Williams. Pretty comfortable. 7 matches to 1, a history that dates all the way back to 2009. This is the 7th time they will meet on the hard surface, a 3rd time in semi-final play. And while we talked about that match in Montreal last week in the quarterfinals, Wozniacki ahead a set, ahead a break, and it was Williams who took out the match 7-5 in a 3rd set. And while it has been the American who has taken 14 of the 19 sets these two have played. That's what's up for grabs. Our eventual champion will receive a check of just under $500,000 American dollars. But of course, those all-important ranking points as well. 900 ranking points for the eventual champion here in Cincinnati. So it is semi-finals Saturday here in Cincinnati. Semi-final number 1, the current world number 1, Serena Williams, the 32-year-old, on home soil, taking on the former world number 1, current world number 12, Caroline Wozniacki of Denmark, who this week is our number 12 seed. It was Wozniacki who won the toss. It will be Wozniacki to serve in this opening set, the opening game of this opening set, I should say. A rematch of last week's quarter-final. And Wozniacki, in the interview prior to the start of this one, mentioned the fact that she does need to serve well here this afternoon.
The best wing for Wozniacki, the backhand side, times it perfectly.
Although she lost that match last week, I think she took a lot of confidence out of it, the belief that she can defeat Serena Williams.
Definitely, she put herself in a position in the match where she was very close to the finish line.
I think what was impressive with that, although she was ahead of break in that 2nd set, she lost the 2nd set. She kind of forgot about it and she refocused and she played very good in that 3rd set as well.
It was a tight 3rd set and Williams certainly had to work hard throughout the match. She's aware that that's going to be the case today. Wozniacki, who makes a lot of balls.
Well, she certainly does have fond memories here in Cincinnati, Caroline Wozniacki. So it is right here as a 15-year-old wildcard in 2005, where she made her WTA main draw debut.
Short there from Williams. Wozniacki did well yesterday. When she has the opportunity, she will step in and look to be aggressive. You can see where the ball bounces there inside the service box. Not too much pace on it.
An opening service game on the board for Caroline Wozniacki, dropping just a single point, and of course that was from a double fault from the Dane. Certainly a positive start from the 24-year-old, gunning for a 36 career final And you see her father in the players' box.
Serena Williams to serve. That's 15.
Early double fault there from Williams. 14th double fault in the tournament. Good desperation from Wozniacki to no avail, though. Calmness this time from Williams, finding the open space.
Williams' team. Patrick Sasha, her hitting partner, to the left of him. Didn't miss by much. Wozniacki knows that she needs to do well, have good depth. Williams coming forward.
Tight-knit unit now, the Williams clan.
Williams.
So just like Wozniacki, dropping a single point in her opening service game. A solid start from both players here in semi-final number 1. 5 minutes gone. There you see Sasha Bajan, the hitting partner for Serena Williams. Also in the box is Esther Lee, the physical trainer, to the right there.
That Williams struggled with last week was the return. To be able to get a rhythm on Wozniacki's serves.
That's a great return, a pinpoint placement return, really.
Must have been caught back of the line, I would have thought. Wozniacki having a good look.
It's loose from Wozniacki this time. Williams looking to bully that second serve from the Dane. needs to be controlled aggression, doesn't it?
14,
That's right. I
15.
mean, you can sense, I don't know, it's tension, that there's something there, isn't there? I mean, I guess having had such a good match last week, they both know that either player is capable of coming through this match. A lot of respect for each other.
Yes.
Certainly wants to right on the line, and our chair umpire, Maria Chichak, just showing it how close it was. I just didn't quite get enough on that one.
The opportunity was certainly there. I feel that perhaps Wozniacki had gone a little bit too deep with the volley here and gave Williams the chance to put the lob up over the head of Wozniacki, but as you say, couldn't quite get enough work on the ball.
Well, this time hits the first serve. Tested in that service game, Wozniacki, but she comes through. She holds for a second time. Early days on service here in this opening set.
Your entry could translate into the experience of a lifetime. Entering is easy. Swing by the Western & Southern booth, visit westernsouthern.com/fan, or scan the QR code on. Flip the coin, meet the players, set the website. How cool is that?
Time.
So it is a seventh semi-final this year for Serena Williams, a third semi-final in a row. The 99th career semi-final on the big stage. Not a bad record at all. Gunning to go through to her 79th career final. 61 titles already under the belt for the American. First title that came all the way back in 1999 in Paris. Was a 17-time Grand Slam singles champion. And well, you could spend all day talking about her achievements.
Defensive play again from Wozniacki. Put the ball back in court. Good depth, not too much pace on it. Type of ball that Williams sometimes can struggle with.
Oh, very loose again.
15, 13. Rio.
That's great control from Wozniacki.
Wasn't it? And set up once again by a good return, and something that she did very well last week, needs to continue to do here. Able to just absorb the pace that's sent at her, send it back down the centre of the court, and give herself a chance to really hold a good court position.
So first break point in the semi-final. Wozniacki has converted 19 of 43 break points this week. And she gets the break. Just the third time this week where Serena Williams has had her serve broken. Broken once yesterday by Jankovic and once in the third round against Flavia Pennetta on Thursday. A chance to confirm that break now for the 24-year-old. She won't be happy with that, Williams. It's the break of serve. Looking to respond immediately here on the receiving end.
Just highlighting how important that first serve is, and the second serve. Or look where Williams is, well inside the baseline, taking it very early. Wozniacki no time to chase this down.
Just struggling on that first serve at the moment, Wozniacki. Hitting just 40% of her first serves at the moment.
Let's
Too good from the Dane.
Very smart tennis, wasn't it? He plays this slice backhand, drawing Williams forward, and you can see Williams there really trying to close the net down. Perfect time to play the topspin lob. Depth from Wozniacki. It's key. I know that Williams is looking to try and take it early. If you can get good depth, the ball will jump up at her. It does make it tough to then time it and control the return.
Oh, she's just put it wide. And Wozniacki confirms the break. He fell behind early in that service game, love 30, but got the job done and is now in a very good position here in the opening set. A lot of work ahead for the world number one. She trails by a break here in this opening set.
Time.
Well, what a great start this has been from our number 12 seed, Caroline Wozniacki, confirming the break in that fifth game. It's a seventh time this year the Dane has come up against a player ranked inside the top 10 on the WTA, 2-win, 4-loss record. Of course, those 2 wins have come in the last 2 matches here in Cincinnati. So this tournament part of the Emirates Airlines US Open Series, a series that is currently led by Serena Williams. Coming into this tournament, she has 115 points ahead of Agnieszka Radwanska, who has 100 points.
Just been rushing a fraction, Williams.
She's won just the single point off her second serve at the moment.
Pressure telling there. I mean, that's been a stat that's been a good one for Williams. Success, both first and second serves.
A further 2 break points here for Wozniacki. That's a better serve, much needed serve. And the crowd here on the centre court just trying to get in behind Williams here. I'd say 99.9% of them well and truly in behind the American. That's loose again. Another unforced error. Frustration from Serena Williams. And for a second time in the opening set, Caroline Wozniacki gets the break. It is now 4 games in a row for the 24-year-old. And will now have a chance to serve out this opening set.
It's just not there, is it, at the moment for Williams? Perhaps just a little bit caught in terms of how she should play this match. Just trying to keep the consistency there.
Wozniacki won't be happy with that. She'll know that things aren't going well for her opponent at the moment. She'll know that she needs to get the job done here in this service game and take a lot of momentum going into a second set.
That's right. And, I mean, the key for her is just to focus on what she's been doing. It's working. Different look when you're serving for the set.
Case in point.
15.
Pressure on you. It's difficult, isn't it? Because she's had a lot of cheap points from Williams. Need to still go after it, look to try and close the set out, not just wait for errors.
Nice clean winner. Two chances to break back here for Williams. Two chances to keep this opening set alive. That's better timing.
She had a good footwork around the ball, found the contact point that she needed.
Again, Williams.
Well, a service game to forget, you could say, for Caroline Wozniacki. She has failed to serve out the opening set there in game number 7. Williams stays alive. She closes the gap, but she'll need to really get things going at the service line when we return. She'll be serving game number 8.
Forehand idealnie pracuje, czyli cały czas tak, nie skacz Karolina, tylko cały czas to, co robisz, zakańczasz łokciem. Teraz serw, wiesz dlaczego on nie wychodzi? Bo ty zaczynasz samą ręką kręcić. Co ty kręcisz? Rzucasz sobie tak jak rzucasz, jeżeli rzucasz dalej, to tak jak na trawie serwujesz, przycinasz po prostu. Ale ja cię nie uderzam, tylko przycinasz. Nie kręć ręką. Karol, masz przewagę, rozumiesz, masz przewagę i nie myśl o tym, że to Serena ci zagra super return, bo ty dobrze odbierasz pierwsze piłki. Na luzie, patrz, przytrzymaj rękę przy tym wyrzucie, wprowadzaj biodro, wychodź do niej, wszystko u góry zrób. Pierwszy i drugi, nie musisz nic więcej, Karolina, robić. Zrób tak, jak trenujesz. Przecież takiego, jak teraz zaserwowałaś, ani razu na treningu tak nie zrobiłaś. Ani razu. Czyli tak, jak zrobiłaś idealnie, Karolina, pomyślałaś, grasz super forehandem i do returnu to samo forehandem. Nie wylatuj tu, Karol, tylko wchodź na piłkę. Tylko z tej strony, dobra? Jak zagra asa, okej. Zawsze chcesz, żeby...
Well, Papa Wozniacki laying down the law there in the set down between games. A few words to his daughter.
A few words. As normal, that's the relationship that they've got. Come on a number of times through the match.
Well, vast contrast to that of the coach of Serena Williams, who never comes on.
Williams should have a call on a left fast line, the ball's goes out.
Initially, the arms went down from the line
Yeah.
official, and then a call of out. So it will be Williams challenging,
Really tight. Yeah.
and a good challenge.
15-11.
Just sensing a slight swing in momentum here. Call starting to go the way of Williams. Certainly knows she needs to get the service game going. Important game.
Play there from Wozniacki. Saw her opportunity. Going back behind Williams, just getting her off balance.
Ah, what a point. What a rally. And that is a case of hard work paying off for the Dane.
Exactly right, and I mean that was a better point from Williams. She does still need to look to be aggressive. That's her game. Quite able to take enough pace off that last volley. You've got to hand it to Wozniacki though.
15 fault.
Well, another double fault. Double fault number 3 from the world number 1. And it is now 2 set points for Caroline Wozniacki. Wow, Williams has broken for a 3rd time. And the opening set goes the way of the underdog, the world number 12, Caroline Wozniacki of Denmark, playing in her first semi-final here in Cincinnati. And well, she is now 1 set away from a potential final spot here at the 2014 Western and Southern Open. Can Williams find something special in the 2nd set when we return?
Time.
Well, just like it was last Friday afternoon, Caroline Wozniacki taking the opening set over the world number 1, 6 games to 2. And well, Lucy, will it be a different outcome? What does she need to do to get through this one?
I think for Wozniacki, she's just got to keep believing, and she's playing the right way, and it's unsettled Serena. For me, Williams needs to look to try and be a little bit more aggressive.
Well, 31 minutes into the match, and you have to say things haven't clicked yet for Williams. We've seen a couple of trademark blazing winners, but a lot of unforced errors as well. The thing is, for Wozniacki, I suppose you can see it as a positive for her, is the fact that her service game didn't really work that well in that opening set. Only hit 50% of her first serves.
That's right, she didn't serve anywhere near as well as she did last week. If we're comparing the 2 matches, and still able to come through with a comfortable scoreline. Got the balance, and yesterday it was a different case, wasn't it, against Jankovic? She got things spot on against a similar type of player. Jankovic also makes a lot of balls, and Williams had the ratio right between winners and unforced errors. Smart play there from Williams, just going back behind Wozniacki. She does tend to move into the open court. Often see that with good movers. Doesn't Easy shot to deal with there. Not too much pace on it, kept low from the slice.
Let's first serve. That's you.
Below 50% now on that first serve, Wozniacki. Well, she hit the first serve, but it was a case of return to sender.
30, 40.
Hitting zone of Williams' forehand.
So a chance to break early days in this all-important second set for the world number one. She hands it over on a platter. A disappointing start to this second set from Caroline Wozniacki. It's an early break for Serena Williams. Just what the doctor ordered for the 32-year-old. A chance to build on that now as we look at the first set summary. And Lucy, well, controlled it really right from the start, didn't she, the Dane?
She did, and I mean, we can see the unforced errors there. And 15 from Williams, and was unable to get too many opportunities to break Wozniacki. Her percentages, obviously, on the serve, they do need to be higher, just 50%. She can nudge that up.
Just got a feeling in that opening set, Williams was just stuck in second gear. And with that early break, it just allows her a chance just to settle down and really push on in this, of course, all-important second set.
It's worked well for Wozniacki, going back behind Williams.
15.
Another look there, Williams just caught off balance, forced to have to come underneath the ball. Of course, can't get too much depth or pace off that shot.
That's 15.
Forehand there that did the damage, just accelerating the racket head, putting more pace on it. Sees the opportunity, take the ball out of the air, quick onto it, Williams.
Box.
Oh, very half-hearted, wasn't it? Very lackluster.
I think she hesitated and was initially going to take the ball out of the air and then just seemed to change her mind and then attempted the drop shot, which was never going to be easy.
Well, Wozniacki is just keeping the ball alive, really, just waiting for the unforced errors to come.
30.
Solid, isn't she? And the fact that she's able to just absorb the pace that's sent at us, send it back with good depth.
Sounds long, it's another break. Back-to-back breaks to get things started here in the second set. Wozniacki breaks the serve off Serena Williams for a fourth time in the semi-final. And well, you don't usually see statistics like this from Serena Williams, winning just 57% of her first service points, just 3 of 14 points from the second serve. Just a reminder there, WTA is on Facebook, facebook.com/WTA. If you haven't done so already, get on, like the WTA page. It certainly is a great way to get all the latest news and information in the world of women's tennis.
Definitely the area that Williams needs to look to try and get into. If she can take time away from Wozniacki on the forehand wing, side that their errors can start to come.
Well, good composure from Williams. Two early points here on the receiving end. Well, we've had 10 games played, completed games. We've had 6 breaks of service. There was Wozniacki on the back foot in this service game. Is it a case, Lucy, of both players just being a little bit out of sorts at the service line, or is it a case of both players doing well on the receiving end?
Well, they're both returning well. Wozniacki, I'd say, more so. I think the key for Wozniacki is the first serve percentage. That does need to come up.
Oh, fantastic way to break. Williams breaks for a second time in the second set. 3 games, 3 breaks. Williams will have a second chance to confirm a break early days in what is such an important set, of course, for the world number 1.
Time.
Well, the locals enjoying the action. Good sized crowd here on the centre court at this very impressive Lindner Family Tennis Centre. Capacity on the centre court 11,435. Not too many empty seats, I'll tell you. Of course, this is a double gender event. The ATP also here this week. All eyes on the world number one, American number one, of course, Serena Williams. Second chance to confirm a break in the second set.
50-11.
Well, it's taken quite some time to see her first ace, 116 miles per hour. 28th ace this week.
That's 11.
Starting to heat up now. Well, not a bad hold. Not a bad hold indeed. Holds to love. 2 aces in that service game from Serena Williams. And incredibly, just her second hold of service in the semi-final. And you just got a feeling things just started to click in that service game.
It was a big difference, wasn't it? The way she stepped up to the line and fired down a couple of aces, and what a difference it does make. And the serve starts firing for Williams. Game here for Wozniacki. Just try and stay in touch, hold serve herself.
Good pressure coming from Williams.
15-13.
Both players wanted the good use of the court, and you see there that final strike. Williams just able to add a little bit more pace. That's the error from Wozniacki.
There's space there. Looking to go over the highest part of the net. Couldn't do so.
15.
And a further 2 break points for Serena Williams. And Dad just looking a little bit worried courtside. 100% so far on the break points. The world number one.
Again, Williams.
It's another break. And Serena Williams, the 32-year-old who's looking for her first title here in Cincinnati, is fighting hard after dropping the opening set. She is looking good in the second set. She leads by 4 games to 1.
Karolina, przestałaś wchodzić łokciem, bo grasz za daleko. I już wtedy piłki, jesteś za daleko od linii i w tym momencie zagrywa ci Serena tak, że ty już nie masz takiej możliwości, żeby włożyć tego łokcia. Za daleko grasz, z tyłu za linią. Ty musisz pilnować linię, wtedy jesteś najlepsza. Jak pilnujesz linii, to je grasz, wprowadzasz łokieć, grasz szybciej, zmieniasz. A jak ty stoisz teraz 3-4 metry, to ty już nie masz kiedy tego łokcia włożyć. Karol. I rzucasz sobie zdecydowanie za daleko serw. Teraz dopiero zaczęłaś normalnie rzucać. A jak już rzucasz tak, to pamiętaj, ja ci powiedziałem, serwujesz jak na trawie. A ty ją gonisz i tak chcesz zrobić. Ty musisz być dynamiczna do serwu, Karol. Rozumiesz? Ty rozumiesz, co ja mówię do ciebie? Dynamiczna do serwu. Po prostu, dynamiczna. Bliżej kortu. Wprowadzaj łokieć tak jak było, nie rzucaj się z rytmem, pół metra. Backhand i forehand. Jak rozprowadzasz, masz rozprowadzenie i grasz po linii, nie wprowadzaj po linii, tylko zagraj zdecydowanie spinem, Karol. Nie wyrzucaj się z tego rytmu, co miałaś do tej pory. Rozumiesz? Bo to nic nie da.
Time.
Dawaj, Karol. Teraz masz szansę, jest taka sytuacja, masz szansę wejść znowu.
He's getting a lot of camera time, isn't he? Another visit from Dad.
Got a good relationship, haven't they? Each to their own in terms of the on-court coaching. Some players use it a lot of the time, others not so much, if at all.
See there to the left of Caroline's father is Marta Domachowska. She was a very good player herself, from Poland, of course. Hitting partner these days for Caroline Wozniacki. Domachowska, in fact, got as high as about 35 in the world from memory.
Good player, experience. Could add on to the Wozniacki team.
Love 13.
You just see a difference in the body language of Serena. She made an unforced error there, but her body language just showed, okay, I made a mistake, back to the line, and made amends very quickly. Whereas in the opening set, it certainly wasn't a case like that.
Didn't look as confident, did she? And
30.
just fires down a couple of big serves, real intent there. Which is important for Serena. I mean, that's her game style. I mean, it's a huge weapon, the way that she can be intimidating on the court. Just fire down absolute rockets.
40. 13.
Confirms the double break lead, does Serena Williams. It is 4 games on the bounce from the 32-year-old. She now finds herself the 1 game away from sending the semi-final through to a deciding third set. Well, will it be back-to-back weeks where Williams fights back from a set down against Caroline Wozniacki? Last time Wozniacki held on to serve was game number 5 of that first set. Since then, it's been Williams making inroads on the receiving end.
15 all.
How quickly things can turn around, Lucy.
It's amazing, isn't it? You leave an opening, a player like Williams with the experience she's got.
And that's why she's a champion. A player who's spent 201 non-consecutive weeks at the top of the game. A player who's banked some 56.4 million American dollars, 17 Grand Slam singles titles. She just never seems to panic.
She's been in pretty much every scenario numerous times and come out on the right side. Opponents know that as well.
Wow. Stand and deliver.
30.
Camera is standing there all the time. I know, but there's a positional camera.
I'm just talking about the camera overhead here, Wozniacki, and it has been there all week. That's what the chair umpire, Chichak, just saying there to the Dane.
Sometimes when things aren't going well and hasn't served well, has she? You do notice things a little bit more. Try to serve though from Wozniacki there.
40. 30.
Well, that's a much needed hold of serve for the 24-year-old. Closes the gap, does the world at number 12, but still in a very good position. It is Serena Williams. When we return, we'll have a chance to serve out the second set.
Time.
Well, just receiving some tablets of some sort there in the sit down between games, Serena Williams.
I think it was just some ibuprofen. Not quite sure what the problem was. Didn't want any treatment. Took a couple of those pills.
Well, that could have gone either side.
15.
Big difference.
Huge. Both players.
Thirteen.
Doesn't want to falter here. Williams wants to get the job done, put the final nail in the coffin in this second set. Well, she slam dunks that one home, does Williams. And the American now finds herself with 3 set points. Semi-final number 1. 1 point away from going to a deciding third set here on the centre court.
Give us a set.
And we're going the distance. Semi-final number 1 here at the 2014 Western and Southern Open will be decided in a third set. A great turnaround from the world number 1 in the second set. 6 games to 2. All over Wozniacki, really. Well, this one going down to the wire for a second week in a row. Wozniacki Williams will be decided in a third set.
Time.
Welcome back here to the centre court here at the 2014 Western and Southern Open Premier 5 event on the WTA semi-final Saturday. Semi-final number 1 going to a third set. It was Wozniacki taking out the opening set 6-2. Well, it was Williams taking out the second by the same scoreline for the 4th time in the history of these two meeting each other on the big stage. They are going to a third set. Well, on the 3 previous occasions, it was Serena who dropped the opening set, but took out the match. And from a set down in Sydney in 2009 in the quarterfinal, Madrid in 2012 in the round of 16, and of course last week in Montreal in the quarterfinal stage. I suppose, Lucy, this is the point where Wozniacki can't think about last week.
Can't think about last week, can't think about that second set either. Needs to put all of that to one side and just really try and refocus. Think about this last set. Each and every point, of course, easier said than done.
And I tell you what, this is not the ideal start. 3 points in a row on the receiving end and 3 breakpoint chances for Serena Williams, who's been clinical on the big points so far in the semi-final. She's converted 4 of 5 breakpoints so far.
Game Williams.
We've seen that a couple of times now. A double fault, hands over the game, and a disastrous start this for the number 12 seed, Caroline Wozniacki. She now finds herself down a break early days. And, well, you got to wonder, will that knock the wind out of the sails of the 24-year-old?
It's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, just looking back at that second set, and first serve percentages did rise for Wozniacki, but the returning improved from Williams. More winners obviously there from Serena, and low percentages on the first serve, but she was managed to fire down some aces at key times, and it was about the key points really for Serena.
It's a semi-final where we've seen more breaks of service than we've seen holds. 9 breaks of service, just the 8 holds. And I'm sure Serena will know how important it is to confirm this break.
That's right, it is important for her to just keep pushing ahead. She'll know that Wozniacki, be aware that she's had opportunities last week.
It's an 8th time this year Williams has gone into a third set. She's won 5 of the previous 7 matches going the distance. Of course, one of those 3-set losses was to older sister.
That's right. So, yeah, an epic match. Okay, last week at Montreal, Venus played very well. From Wozniacki, good depth, and choosing to go down the centre of the court.
15-14.
Squanders the first chance there, Wozniacki. Still has a second look in game number 2. And Dan doesn't look too impressed at all. Good reply. Very, very good reply.
Yes.
Williams has done this last point as well. Off a deep ball, able to change direction. A little bit more pace on it, go up the line, and just catching Wozniacki out. She's left on the back foot. She expected that shot.
Let's. First serve. Advantage, Wozniacki.
Double fault number 4. Makes it break point number 3.
Again, Wozniacki.
Well, just like we saw in the second set, it is 2 breaks of service to get things started. Serena Williams failing to confirm the break. Wozniacki finding the answer on the receiving end. Well, she needed that, didn't she?
She really did, and that should give her a little bit of confidence. Just a reminder that she's still in this match. Early stages of the third set.
Love 15.
Great return there from Serena Williams, and just so quick to see the opportunity. She realises that Wozniacki's in trouble. The fact that she's gone up the line, she's timed it perfectly, has put the Dane on the back foot straight away.
Love 13.
A lot of points on the receiving end, aren't we? Wozniacki at the moment winning 44% of her service points in the semi-final. Williams slightly over 50%, 52% in the match so far. Well, it's becoming a bit of a trend. Some more break points on offer.
Quickly as well.
That's the first point. And
15,
Wozniacki's won at the service line in this third set. Saves the first break point. Still requires something special to get herself out of trouble here, the Dane.
Great backhand there from Wozniacki, able to get set behind it. Perfect balance.
13,
Really
14.
accelerating the racket head through this shot. Great use of the left hand. Enabling her to come around the outside of the ball.
Oh, it's just gone too long. Williams gets the break. 3 breaks in a row to get things underway in this deciding set. It will be Williams with a second chance to confirm a break. She leads 2-1.
Time.
Well, you have to say the breakathon continues here in the semi-final. 11 breaks of service now, 3 in a row in this third set. Now, what player can dig deep? What player can get things right at the service line?
I think that's going to be the key, isn't it? And feel that it does favour Williams.
She's going to have a second chance here to confirm a break. Her serving statistics not the best at the moment, hitting just 48% of her first serves. I mean, 62% of those first service points, just 42% from the second serve.
Love the team.
It's a 99th career semi-final
Love the team.
for Williams Lucy, and only the 20 losses at this stage of a tournament. It's not a bad winning percentage, is it?
The percentages are pretty incredible, aren't they?
Other sort of percentages that you start to look at this time of a match.
That's right. I mean, if you've been there before and you've come through these sorts of situations, it's what you're going to draw on. That's why experience is so important.
Carry on.
It's number 4 for Serena Williams. Ooh, wow. How about that for effort?
Real determination, wasn't it, from Williams in this rally?
13-14.
Majority of the point going into the Wozniacki forehand, and one to the backhand, and Wozniacki was really able to turn the point around.
It was 10 out of 10 for effort. At the end of the day, she's had her serve broken once again. Tit for tat stuff here in this third set. Two games all. Remember, a spot in tomorrow's grand finale up for grabs. If you want to read up more about these players or this tournament, get onto the home of the WTA, WTAtennis.com. And of course, you can watch the daily highlights of how these two players got to this stage of the tournament. Of course, you can look up the current road to Singapore. That's what it's all about this year. At the end of the year, the WTA Championships this year will take place in Singapore. The top 8 singles players will make that journey. Certainly is an exciting way to conclude the year.
Love the team.
Well, at the moment on that table, it is Serena Williams in 4th place, and Wozniacki a little bit down the table at the moment, sitting in 19th position. There's Maria Sharapova currently leading the way over Simona Halep and Agnieszka Radwanska.
With that ball, Wozniacki. hesitated midway through that rally. Williams was looking to come forward and forced to have to retreat to the baseline, start the point again. Wozniacki makes you do time and time again. Such a good counter puncher.
You can certainly see Williams targeting the forehand of Wozniacki more often than not before she opens up the space enough to go down the other channel.
And that is the area that Wozniacki does struggle more. The backhand is much better natural timing, and if she's got time she can generate a lot of pace off that wing. It's easy pace off the forehand side, particularly if she's off balance. That's when she can drop in a shorter ball and give Williams the opportunity to then look to attack. Percentages on the first serve not happening for Wozniacki. Frustration there. Knows how important it is.
Well, she thought she had that point won. She almost gave up. She was almost celebrating there, Williams.
I think she thought it was going way out, and it was. Well, I did as well, to be honest. It was Wozniacki was the only one that she believed that it was going to find the court. Williams there just in two minds whether to challenge or not.
Needs to stop. Okay.
She should have. How important that point might be.
40-30. Yes.
Percentages on the first serve aren't quite as high as she would like. It's putting more pressure on the second serve and doesn't seem to be too confident on it. Isn't driving up out of the court enough, not enough racket head speed. Understandable. I mean, she knows that Williams is going to be all over it.
Advantage, Williams.
Another break point. This is our 19th break point in the semi-final. Both girls converting 6 of 9 so far. And that's very loose from Williams.
Yes. Advantage, Williams.
Right, serving on that Joe's side, another double fault. That is Wozniacki's 8th double fault in the semi-final. She came into the match with 5 in the tournament, and that's from 4 matches.
Okay, Williams.
It's another break. Trend continues.
Miss Wozniacki is requesting
Just
court
a little bit of rain here at the moment. Not too serious. Williams again will have another chance to confirm a break in this third set.
Posłuchaj, co ci powiem. Rzucasz sobie o metr za daleko do przodu. O metr. Nie o pół metra, o 20 cm. O metr. I za każdym razem gonisz piłkę, robiąc tak. Ty w ogóle nie masz szybkości w rakiecie, Karol. I teraz druga rzecz, to ci powiem. Ty serwujesz non-stop na forehand, dlatego ty teraz nie możesz serwować. Ty ani razu nie zaserwowałeś na backhand, ani na ciało. Ty musisz być zdecydowana. Karolina, ty nie jesteś juniorem, ty masz ten serw. Tylko ty musisz go chcieć zaserwować. A ty rzucasz sobie do przodu, strasznie daleko i chcesz zaserwować na forehand. Jak? Powiedz mi, jak chcesz wyrzucający zaserwować. To samo na backhand, rzucasz tak i gonisz w ten sposób rakietą. Ty rozumiesz, co ja mówię? Ty rozumiesz, co ja mówię? Gdzie włożyłaś ramię, Karol? To teraz, ale to ja ci...
Posłuchaj, jeśli śmiejesz głupio, to jest wkurzające. Myślę, że ja specjalnie pierwszy
Ale
wkładam
dlatego...
Patrzę, że później na trzewiach.
Okej. I teraz powiem ci jedną rzecz. Musisz stać przy linii i jak grasz po linii backhandem, to przejdź go. Rakieta do góry przejdź, a nie wprowadzaj.
Well, Carol having more to say in that conversation. Usually it's Dad having everything to say in the sit down. As mentioned, a little bit of rain dropping here, nothing too serious. Certainly not serious enough to take the players off the court.
Close. Williams shown a call on the right, so his line ball is called out. Call is out.
Edge of the line.
Slight touch.
Very low.
I think that was through the line. Wozniacki's going to challenge.
Shown a call on the right, so his line ball is called in.
It's comfortably taking the line.
Very low. Let's pass it.
Well, the difference when the first serve is hit.
It's up too close to the ball there, Williams.
Williams.
Holds on. Ace number 7 and our first hold of the service in this third set. And it's a hold going the way of Serena Williams, the world at number 1. Now finds herself 2 games away from a spot in the final here. Of course, she has not won the title here in Cincinnati, her 6th visit. The only other tournament on the tour where she's been there 6 times without claiming a title was at Sydney, down under in Australia. She has claimed 61 career titles from 24 different tournaments. Of course, she came so close here last year, didn't she, falling at the final?
Didn't she? Incredible match against Azarenka, 7-6 in the third. Positive point here from Williams.
15-13.
She's starting to control the rallies, isn't she?
It's a good smash, that one, because it wasn't easy. It was good height on it and again, good defensive play from Wozniacki. Williams didn't panic.
Talk about things going downhill on that first service points won. Oh, what a miss that is.
Yeah, just needed to find the court that time. Wozniacki had committed to the other side. Can't get up the back of the ball enough, Williams.
Tell you what, it's been a long time since Wozniacki has got a service game on the board. Needs to dig deep here at the service line, the Dane. Goes long at the baseline. And for an 8th time in the match, Williams breaks the serve of Wozniacki. And that is a big break there in game number 7. Because when we return, it will be the world number 1, our number 1 seed here this week in Cincinnati, with a chance to serve out the semi-final and book a place in tomorrow's grand finale.
Time.
So time called for potentially the very last time here in semi-final number 1 in front of a very good sized crowd here on the centre court at the 2014 Western and Southern Open. The battle between the number 1 seed and the number 12 seed. And it will be the world number 1, Serena Williams, with a chance to serve for a spot in tomorrow afternoon's grand finale. Oh, she's just got the line. Just got the line there, Wozniacki.
Great reactions there from Wozniacki. Much more aggressive point from the word go, was looking to try and get onto the ball. Good pick up with the first volley. And perhaps Williams should have maybe gone up over the top of Wozniacki with her shot. Very good reactions there.
Lot 13.
Nothing's been easy at the service line here this afternoon, and this is not the ideal start as she looks to finish it off. Wow. Further 3 break points.
Love 14.
3 chances for Wozniacki to stay alive.
Again, Wozniacki.
And it's a break to love. That's when you thought Williams had this one in the bag. We have another break of service. 8 games played,
5 games to 3.
7 breaks. Just a single hold. Of course, that was Williams in game number 6.
One thing you know from Wozniacki, she will never give up. Just started to look to be more aggressive, more intent about what she's looking to try and do. Good for serves.
30 low. Thirty 15.
So much about that response from Williams.
So 2 opportunities here for Wozniacki to get a rear hold of service. Would be a first hold of service in this 3rd set. 1 hour and 38 minutes into this first semi-final. Much needed hold. Back-to-back games for Caroline Wozniacki, who is refusing to lie down here on the centre court.
5 games to 4.
She continues to close the gap. Serena Williams will have a second chance to finish it off here when we return.
There are a couple of bottles underneath there. Can you go and get them? See?
Time.
I'll talk about a roller coaster ride this first semi-final. Just when you thought Williams had it in the bag, Wozniacki fighting hard here, the Dane.
I agree. I mean, you did feel that Williams had this one sewn up and should never write off Wozniacki. She's got the new balls here. I mean, do you feel that that is going to favour her?
Yep, new balls and the crowd well and truly in behind her. I want her to finish this one off.
Love 15.
with the footwork there, Williams. Reaching for the ball, lost control of it.
Oh, good work on the volley. Did well to readjust there.
Didn't she? Because that wasn't an easy volley. Somehow able to get the ball on the strings here. Taking the pace off it. And hardly comes up off the court. And Wozniacki unable to chase that one down.
Big difference in the winners column. Of course, we've also seen Williams with twice as many unforced errors than that of her opponent, but a statistic that we're kind of used to seeing, really. Calls come from the chair here. So Williams wants to ask the question. Solid on the volley. No problems that time for Serena Williams. And the world at #1 now with 2 match points here in Cincinnati.
40-15. Miss Williams has 2 challenges remaining.
Goes long. Game, set, a match. And it is another final here in Cincinnati for the 32-year-old American who came so close to claiming the title last year. Well, she has a chance to make amends in 2014. She comes through in a 3-set thriller over Caroline Wozniacki. Good friends. And for a second week in a row, Williams has had to dig deep, fight hard to get the result.
That's right. Tennis wasn't as good as it was last week, but I think a lot of that is down to the fact that they both know that each other's playing well, and the matchup in terms of the game style for Serena does struggle against Wozniacki, who makes a lot of balls. And just the physio there just having a quick word with Williams, who did have to take a couple of anti-inflammatory tablets during the match, so perhaps not feeling at her best. It'll be interesting to see what she says in the post-match interview, but obviously disappointment again for Wozniacki.
Yeah, commiserations to Wozniacki, but of course we wish her all the best for the remainder of the season. Of course, moving into the last Grand Slam of the year, the US Open.
Serena,
Andrew Krasny down with Serena Williams.
The result you wanted, obviously, but it was not an easy day.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy day. It's never an easy day against Caroline. Playing her, you know that it's going to be tough, and I was just really happy to somehow manage to pull that out. But thank you guys so much. Y'all are really awesome.